Good morning, happy Sunday. Hello, No Mercy, hello, Steve, hello, Chris. How are y'all doing this morning? Hello, Shannon. Good morning, good morning. Alrighty. Well, hello to you too, Anna. My goodness, dog. Good morning, good morning. All right, so today I want to tackle this area. I've been... Well, let me actually... What's my phone? This actually needs to be charged. Biel, hello. Happy Sunday. Thank you, No Mercy. I appreciate that. Okay. Wow, look at all the people coming off the... That's great. Oh, and here goes Anna. Cat's back. Okay, Anastasia. All right, so today we are going to tackle this area in between our Art Deco pedestrian neighborhood we have here. Of course, we've got our shopping that we did the other day in our little town square over here. So this is like coming up to the top of the university. I don't mind people walking on this. It is a tram only road. There's no cars that can go on that, so that's fine. That's not a big deal at all. So I'm not fussed about that. The other thing I could do, which I think I might, it'll take a little finagling, but the thing we could do is we could make this a pedestrian, like this road, but with trams. So we could do that, and I think we should, because then that just kind of nicely continues this pedestrian, and people are using it that way anyways. Yeah. Hi, Anna. Yes, but no, you're not. I'm not letting you outside to chase the cat. It might be a little tight here, but I'm okay with like changing this little miniature park slightly. So yeah, I think that's a good place to start. So let's do that. And I'm actually going to remove that. Let's see here. If we go into pedestrian, and this is with the tram tracks. Yeah, so that's okay. We're gonna have to use move it to pull this through here anyways, so that's gonna have to happen. Now on this side here, yeah, we just have to change this up slightly, which is okay because we pushed that down anyways last time. I think we can, actually what I think we can do, take that part out. Lovely. Oh, this is gonna look a lot nicer. Okay, so then we just have to do this little part here. And we can move this down a little bit as well. Distance too short. Okay, well, I figured as much to that. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take that. Let's actually pause because everyone's gonna have a moment. So we're definitely going to need to use move it. So let's take this bit under here. It is not really gonna like this, but I think we can, I hope we can make it work. I think if we, it's actually, we'll put these back. They're just kind of in the way at the moment. We bring this out enough. There we go. Voila. And it is a very tight fit underneath there, but you know what? We're just going to let it be what it's going to be. And I think that's going to work. And I don't think we worry about parking along here. I think we just bring in a little bit of surface painter here. And oh, we've got that path there. Okay, we're just going to slightly I bet we can. Okay, and then take that off of there. Okay, yep, this is gonna work nicely around this corner, like so. That way we just make this as clean as we can. Lovely. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Hello, Valdam. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so now we can go back in. I think we can just use surface painter. Our little, maybe we actually don't even have that. Yeah, and then that could just be a grassy area. Okay, let's just give this a little bit of a fence. That's fine. It works for the purpose of what we're doing. Okay, we do need a little pedestrian situation here, which is this, right? Yeah, this is pedestrian. Beautiful. Okay, all right. Little funky, but it works. I think that'll be nice too. That's just a nice continuation of this pedestrian situation here. So I think that works. Could be a little straighter there. Perfect. Okay. And all the pedestrians love it. Okay, so the other thing I think we can do is also grab this here. And bring this in here. Yeah, that's going to be good. Just creating more connection there, pedestrian wise, which is good. Excellent. Okay. So now we've got this big space here in front of our university, and I really like these pink trees and just having this roundabout with the pedestrian road going down to the university. I think that's really cool. And I do like we have a bit of park vibes here around the landscaping of the university. I think that looks really nice. So I'm really inclined to have this be a park space, although there's going to be so much park space in the university as well. Not that that matters. Nothing wrong with more park space. So yeah, I think that actually is going to be good. We do have a large commercial demand, so that's something to think about as well. But I could see doing a office park down in here, like especially in between these two large residential zones. We've also got the tram coming here on this loop, which is nice. So there could be a cool office park in this area as well. So yeah, we do want to pay attention to that. But yeah, I think as much as I do a lot of parks in my park project, I do think this should be a park area. And I think it's a great opportunity to bring in some other amenities as well. So like zonable park things. So I think we use the pedestrian paths and then bring in a lot of things there. So I think that'll look good. Okay, so let's look at all of this. So I think it would be nice if we think about all the bits that we could bring in. Yeah, we have that lake there, which is great. And we did put this park down there, which I really like. So definitely I think we could do the larger sidewalk restaurant, which I think would be really cool. I think we could also fit in, like I'm thinking, the sauna. And we did already put in a community pool, correct? Or did I not put that in? Oh, we have one over here in the university. Okay. Something to think about as well. Yeah, the office park near the tram line would be good park number 33B. Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, let's grab this. And I think that's a start. And then I think we do up to there as well. Okay, I do like this. This gives us some areas to start with. So that's very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our large cafe and figure out where we want to put that. The sidewalk restaurant, it is pretty big. Okay, I actually think I want this. Yeah, I want this over here. And I do actually like this style, so we're gonna keep it. Okay, so let's grab our little paved road here. This is perfect. We're gonna be able to connect into here. Lovely. You could also build a ped underpass for medium tram stops with paths. All you need to do is do a narrow. I mean, at some point in this build, might I do that? I mean, I've never tried it before. Could I try it? Yeah. I don't think it makes sense in this area. But yeah, you know, the thing is, I like underground stuff's cool. Underpass. Oh, you mean an underpass? So it'd be, maybe I don't understand what. Yeah. I don't think I'm picking up what you're putting down, but that's okay. Okay. That's a nice start to that. Let's grab our pedestrian area, I guess. We're gonna will all be part of Spruce Park, our pedestrian zone. Yeah, I don't think actually Evil Dam's talking about underground. I think talking about underpass, so like going underneath things. So I think maybe here is what you're talking about. But we made it fit. It's fine. I mean, it's the game. The tram's not going to go there. And yes, I could like level this down a little bit. For sure. Like we could do that. But, yeah, that's something we could definitely do. I see what you're saying, if that's what you're talking about. Just like with here, I made sure this was tall enough for things so we could lower this down. Okay, so then we've got a nice continuation of this park here, which I really like. So we can just bring in some nice landscaping with that. Okay, so the other things I want to think about. I think the yoga garden would be nice. Didn't we do that down here though? Or no? No, we didn't. Okay, perfect. Okay, for some reason I thought we did. All right. So yeah, I think yoga garden here. Yeah, you're going way over my head. Hello, Bobble. I can definitely move it though and lower this down a little bit. Oh, I see you're saying you can see Sims walking underground with a special mod. Well, that's cool. Okay. I only do black. Black coffee. I used to not be that way. That definitely wasn't always the case. But yeah. My mom told me that when I was really little, like really little, when I would visit my grandpa, that he would sit me on his lap and give me little spoons of his black coffee. Now, of course, when I was growing up, I did all the sweet coffee stuff. You know, it was so popular. But now, I just do plain. Plain old black coffee. Okay, so there's the yoga garden. I like what's going on there. And again, we can continue with some nice landscaping here on both sides. So that'll be good. Hello, Nomis. So welcome on in. Steve says if I don't have cream, I don't drink coffee. And Steve says I never have cream. Yeah, so I don't like really high acidity coffee. So as some of you may know, I only do decaf. And I get a low acidity coffee. It's a little gentler on the stomach as well. But yeah, it's more like, you know, it doesn't give me that caffeine energy or anything like that. It's more the ritual and the taste of having the coffee in the morning. I just enjoy the taste of it. Okay, so there's our yoga garden there, which is nice. Another thing we could add in is the skate park. That could be a good thing to put in. There's some stuff of Larry's too that we could also put in if we want to. Where is the skate park? Is it in here? Oh, it must be in here. I do wonder what that would be like if we put the skate park down here, though. I actually like this down here. Let's line this up with the path in the back, like so. Oh, that's really nice. That looks very clean. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Good little spot for the skate park. Irish coffee. Yes, I definitely used to have that back in the day as well. I was thinking about this the other day of, I think it was 2017, where I was like, yep, I'm done with alcohol. It just wasn't like doing anything for me anymore. I think some of us just get to that age where we're like, yeah, nah. And then I think for some, it's like, you know, like having my decaf coffee, like some people really like to have that glass of wine or beer after work because it's just part of the routine, right? Okay. Me after my morning coffee. Agree, Shannon. Me neither. Me neither. Me neither. Okay, well, this works. I think we're formulating some sort of space here. Yeah, this is nice. I do think on this side here we could do some kind of pull through a little bit of this vibe here of the shopping center that we put here on the edge and kind of pull that through and do a little bit of a small farmer's market. Just a small one. I think it's a good location for it because we have a little tiny one over here too on the edge of the shopping center, so we could pull in the same vibe over here, and I think that would be really nice to have. So let's go into here. Let's pause this for a second. I like the idea of kind of coming under the underpass as well. So that's kind of nice. Kind of like the market under the bridge kind of vibe here. Okay, I like that. Okay, that's nice. And then what we can do is just use our surface painter here. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, and then we'll come on the other side here. Yeah, and then people can walk. And then in fact, what we could do is even sneaky, put a path right underneath here. Just as like an extra little thing. Yeah, that works out really well. Okay, I like this cute little like market underneath the bridge situation. I think that's really nice. Let's grab just a smidge of fencing. On the side here. Like so. Okay, that looks really nice. And then let's just grab a few little trees here. And then we can also bring in couple little tables there. Nice. Okay, I think this is really cute. This neighborhood has come a long way for sure, for sure. Underbridge Market, yeah. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, it's nice. And then we kind of tie in the vibe over here with this as well. So that's kind of nice. Still need to do some detailing over there to make that look really clean. Okay. We're finding our way. Oh, let's mark all these historical before I forget. yeah, that's gonna be really nice. Okay, so we've got the park cafe, the yoga garden, which are like our little farmers market. I think that's our school leveling up, which is great. All right, the other thing we could do, yeah, I feel like there's an opportunity with something of good size here. We do have so these are these things from Larry. There's like the pick and play park, which is really nice that I like. That's an option. Oh, there's this, is it the, no, I don't know what that is. Where was, hold on, I'm just thinking. Yeah, this is the maze. That was made for a backyard. That was too big. But this could be really nice to put in. That's something to think about. I'd want to do some gardens around here as well. There is the tropical garden. Doesn't really fit what I was thinking about though. We could do, oh, you know what we could do? We could do, that could be interesting. Remember when we did the park with like the castle ruins and all the flowers? That was really pretty. We could like do a version of that here. Where are, I think, wasn't there like, yeah, these here. That's huge. We don't want that. But we could do like some of these smaller pieces. Could look really cool. Where's the door on this one? There it is, right there. And yeah, then there's these castle walls. don't know. What do we think about that? If we brought in a lot of flowers, right? That could be really pretty. Yeah, so if we did okay, and then on this side here, okay, and then if we did a whole bunch of flowers. So yeah, so Shannon, it acts like drawing a fence, which is really cool. So there's these three here. So your castle wall ruins, and there's 3 different variations, and you can draw them out. And I only learned that because of this build when we did this the first time. I promise I'm not getting distracted by trying to solve the things. Yes, huge backyard. Yeah, exactly. Okay, all right, so I think if we did like a lot of landscaping and flowers in here, this would actually look really nice. So we'll come back to that, but like, yeah, I think that works. And that looks cool coming up to the university. So it's not so tall that it distracts. So I like that. So that's going to be really nice. Okay. I dig that. All right. And then, what else do we want to put in here? No, it is really cool. Yeah, but you can only get them if you have Find It. Yeah. Yeah, it looks really nice, Chris. I'm glad you like it too. So that is a maze that was actually made for our backyard in this game. It's on the workshop. Nomus made it actually, if I remember correctly. So maybe Nomus could put the link, the workshop link in here. It was Nomus, right? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was Nomus that made it. Made it for us. How's the weather here? It is a gloomy, overcast, and wet. And it actually makes me really happy because it feels like Seattle. Feels like Pacific Northwest. Okay. Let's dive back into our parks here. The The botanical garden, I mean, that could fit in here. Would that take away too much from, is that going to be so big? I think so. And it's like, we would have to like make it fit, which isn't a huge problem, but I think we don't mess with that. Okay, so the other thing let's look at is there is this park monument that I really like. It's kind of big though. Might be too distracting for this area. Yeah, and a bit too modern. There is the concert area, which could be interesting to have. And that could be worked in. Let's put it there and think about it. And then there is the small soccer field. Could that fit? I mean, maybe. Yeah, these are all way too big. Okay. Yeah, we could definitely do something cute with the stage. Oh, yeah, we're gonna do all, none of this is landscaped yet. So yes, we're gonna do tons of flowers and stuff in here. Oh my gosh, am I gonna regret asking? What are Irish cornflakes? Somebody tell me. Do tell. I feel like I might regret asking that though. But such is life. Yeah, we could probably fit some cute things. I don't think we could put anything in the maze because it's a prop, but we could definitely design that up and make it look really nice. So yes. Okay, you know, the other thing that would go really well in this area is the chessboard. That would actually look really nice. I do like that idea. Actually, maybe if we put this across from the cafe. Oh yeah, I like that idea. And then we can landscape around that. Still not sure what to put in here yet. Maybe if we do all the landscaping with these areas, then this will tell us what it wants to be. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do because we have a lot of landscaping to do. I am going to go grab some more coffee, and then we are going to jump in, landscape these other areas, and then we'll figure out what goes in kind of our larger area there. So give me a moment and I will be right back. Irish cornflakes and Irish coffee. Oh, I should have guessed that. It's Bobble's version of an Irish breakfast. Too funny, too funny. Hi, Anna. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna get you a treat while I get my coffee as well. That made her really excited. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, we are back. We are back. We are back. Okay. I like these birch trees here, so let's go ahead and continue those down this path. Also there as well. And let's continue that all the way down. And we might move this. Haven't decided yet. Let's not worry about it right at this moment. Okay, so we've got our lovely cafe here. All right, so I think what would be really nice actually is to frame this out a little bit. I need to straighten this up. So if we were to go by the grid here and come from here, perfect. Yep, this is gonna work really nicely. And then we'll just pull in some surface painter as well. Okay, if we center that up and then bring in the surface painter. Okay, I like that a lot. And then oh, didn't like that. And then we're continuing this path here. And in fact, let's just actually move this to match that. Oh, perfect. Okay, I like that across there. And then we can do the same thing here. Yeah, we'll definitely do some lighting too around the maze since there's none built into the assets. So yes, we definitely will do that. This just does not want to. Maybe we take this one this way then. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. I like this across from the cafe. And I like this across from the maze as well. That's really nice. Hello, Miss Anna. Okay, let's grab some nice fencing and start there. Actually do our grid and we can get a really nice straight line around this. Okay, that makes it a little bit more interesting. I like that. Do we want to create a second entrance? I feel like that would be a good thing to do. I think I just need to move this back a little bit. Okay, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. We've created something interesting there. A bat signal. Thank you, No Mercy. I appreciate that. Okay. This is nice. This is nice. And again, remember, it's good just to have open green space. So I think I'm just going to leave this as a nice open area. Could be used for a number of different things. I think let's just do some trees around the edges. We don't need a lot because we already have the trees that are on the pedestrian path, but a few little trees here in between would look nice. Yeah, I think that's all that park needs, actually. It's like a really nice little space. Okay. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, let's come back over here. So we've got our lake coming into here. Now we've done some kind of tree and rock detailing, so I think we just pull that through. Yeah, that's nice. Shannon is fixated on the maze. Sure, we can name the maze, and we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. All right. So, Anna, my darling, you've already been given a treat and breakfast and a walk. So, can you go lay down for a little bit longer? You're not getting an extra treat. I'm sorry, it's not happening. I appreciate you. Can you go lay down, please? Can you go lay down? She's doing the cute little, she's got her paw on my arm and kind of giving me, she like squints her eyes at me to be like, but I'm telling you to do something. She's too funny. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do next to this cafe? I think just some basic landscaping. We actually don't need. Oh, you know what would be good here actually is a restroom. It actually would be a very good thing to have. So let's actually put this here at the corner. Yeah, that would be very nice to have. Okay. And then we can kind of look at some of the trees that are here. She went to lay down. Good. Good, good, good. And pull some of those through like so. Yeah, I think that's nice. It's a good little place for a public restroom too. Really is. Nice little spot for it. Okay. Oh, I know. Yeah, and she does this thing where she'll like look at me regular, but then if I'm not responding right, she starts to squint her eyes at me. Like, I see what you're doing. She's very funny. Such a big personality. Okay. I feel like we should probably... We've got all this parking here, which is good. And we do have a ton of parking here. Actually, we don't need to add more parking. There's so much parking here. It's like we could add some more parking here, but we don't need to do that. Okay. Now, what we could add back here is come into our nice little parks. We could add we do the basketball courts. I do like that. Does not like being that far away from the road, but that's okay. Yeah, we could do the basketball courts here. I do like that. Pull this right through. Okay, that's good. A little basketball courts tucked away behind the cafe. I do like that. Okay, kind of a cool little spot. Steve says, we seniors do get love getting lost in our yards. Blue says, I'm surprised you guys don't have a maze joke up your sleeves. Right, Blue? Everyone's always got the jokes. Here comes in Shanna. What do you call the best maze? Amazing. You guys are too funny. It's a good one, Shannon. You asked for the jokes. Now you're gonna get them. Okay. All right, now if we go and oh, that could be interesting actually. Yeah, if we do the little gym there. And then there's this outdoor gym as well, which is really nice. So we could put that here. Again, kind of nice to have this tucked into the back. We're really adding a lot of value to this park. Yeah, that's nice. Again, kind of cool to have this like little tucked away. So you've got the basketball courts and the outdoor gym back there, which is really nice to have. Okay, and then like having the little gazebo here across from the cafe. That's actually very nice. Yeah, that looks nice. And then we don't need a whole lot, just like a little bit of landscaping here. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to change this up a little bit. We are also, this is like the really perfect place to also bring in a playground. So we're also going to do the playground here. Yeah. I like that. I like that. Okay, so then kind of want like a smaller tree. And then a larger tree in the corner. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yeah. That's very nice. That is very nice. That looks really good. Okay. Again, leaving open space there, not making everything too crowded. We're making progress. Okay, and then we have this really lovely outdoor. So what I think I should do is make it face the pedestrian road. The other thing to think about is I could could put it here. Yeah, I think that might be better. Give it a bit more, because we can really landscape this up nicely and make it a little bit bigger with more seating. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay, and then in this area here, oh no, these totally leveled up. Did I really not mark? I guess there's a few I forgot to mark historical. Well, we'll fix that. Not at the moment, but we will. Ooh, bugaboo. Okay. These might be your worst jokes ever. Oh no. Oh, the maze jokes. Oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious. I can't. Oh no. Well, Blue, you asked for it. You asked for it. Why did the maze maker get divorced? He often got lost in his work. I did have a maze joke, but I think it got lost. Oh my gosh, you guys are too funny. I can't. Too funny, too funny. We're working our way there, Shannon. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Okay, so for this little area over here, I'm just curious. Okay, we do have fire coverage there, so that's really good. So that's not a problem. Our police coverage is good too. Okay, then I'm not too worried about that. Okay. I'm not sure what goes in this little spot yet, so we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. Possibly. Yeah, we'll see. I'll come back to that. Okay, so what we do have here now is this lovely, I like how this path kind of ends in our yoga garden there. Oh, the other thing I could do actually, if we put our yoga garden here, we can do some nice landscape on there on this, and then we can give this a bit more room this way, which would be nice. Okay, that works. And then what we can do is have a nice little path that goes along here. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Okay, that makes sense to me. Yeah, that's gonna, that's very cute. Okay, let's get this in here, like so. And let's just extend this asset. Is it these trees? No. What trees are these? Oh, it's these ones. Okay. Okay, all right. All right, let's grab some rocks. Feel like that's a good call. Lovely, lovely. Let's grab some couple little flowers as well. Very nice. Okay, yeah, I like that. Alrighty. Okay. That's a nice little I'm just gonna move it. Nice little curve there. Perfect. Okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That looks really nice for a little yoga garden. Yeah, very nice. Okay. All right, now we've got our stage here. So what we can do is grab the same bench here. It's this one, right? Yeah. And we're just going to extend this asset. Oops. Okay, then what we're going to be able to do is grab a little path. like so. Oh, of course. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, that's really nice now. Bobble says, what's a zombie's favorite breakfast cereal? Bran free. Shannon, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Going to the Anna Fund. Why did the skeleton quit his job? His heart wasn't in it. Why did the skeleton go to the butcher? He was looking for spare ribs. Oh my gosh, you guys are too funny. Oh, on a weekly update. Yes. Well, this week's been very uneventful. For Anna and I mean, I've been really busy with a work project, but yeah, it's been pretty pretty uneventful actually, which isn't a bad thing at all. But yeah, so there's not much to update on. We're just sticking with our, you know, 2 to 3 times a day. This week it was more 2 times a day because the weather was not the best this week. Very rainy. So like whenever there's a break in the weather, I will get out, and then sometimes, you know, if I'm on a Zoom call or something going on with work, sometimes I can't like pop out as soon as I see that break, but I really try to get the break in the weather. So kind of this past week it's been 2 10-minute walks a day. But I'm hoping and we've walked in the rain. It's also, you know, it's not bad to walk in the rain either. I've done that lots. It's just sometimes it's just so wet and cold. You kind of just want to stay inside and be warm and cozy, but I also know it's really important to get out and walk for Anna, especially now with keeping her muscle strength up. So, but yeah, so we've just been doing our little walks. That's pretty much it. Next week on Wednesday, she has her grooming appointment on Wednesday this time, so that'll be nice. She needs it. She definitely needs it right now. I feel like along the roadside, I feel like this isn't the right fencing. I feel like we should we do the zoo fence? I feel like we should. Yeah, I think this is a better fence for this area. At least on the roadside, right? I think in the park area it can be Does that look weird though, to have the two different fencing there? No, actually that makes sense. It's like the larger fence is protecting from the road. Yeah, I think that's nice. And we can do some nice simple landscaping as well. I think we do our juniper trees. I think that's the way to go. Like so. Okay, and then I think what we can do is No Mercy always reminds me of this, and I remembered this time in the African miniature. Yeah, we have these like outdoor rugs, which basically could be like little picnic areas. So yeah, let's go ahead and do a couple of those. Like there's people sitting out, enjoying the concert. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do we want to do the little umbrellas here for each one? We could do a larger umbrella for both. We also could just bring in a couple trees. That might be nice. I feel like that's not the right kind of tree. This is a nice height. I think what we do is just do a couple trees, and they've positioned their little blankets around a little shady spot if needed. Yeah, I think that's cute. That works. And then what we'll do is also put a few trees in a couple other places. Like so. Okay, I think that's cute. Uneventful is a good thing. No, that's very true. Very true. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the taller fence. My zombie friend must think I'm some kind of genius. He always asks if he can pick my brain. You guys are too funny. Oh my gosh. I love how we went from maze jokes to zombie jokes. You guys are too funny. Okay, this is actually turned out to be a very nice park for this area with lots of great amenities. Yeah, I mean, if you lived in this pedestrian neighborhood, you've got this lovely town square here. And you've got this beautiful, I mean, you're just surrounded. It's like prime. This would be a very expensive neighborhood. We still need to do lots of landscaping back here to make these look nice. But also, how nice if you are, you know, if you live back in this neighborhood, you can just hop on the You can either take the pedestrian road straight through, or you can hop on the tram if you want. I think that's great. Okay, all right, let's do the maze. I love there's people walking around the maze. That's so great. Okay, so lots of flowers, some lighting would be good. So yeah, I think that would be a nice, and I also think we should do an additional little path here from here down to the entrance as well. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Okay. Let's just start on this little corner here. All right, so I think the other thing we could do is bring in that fountain's too large. Let's do this little guy here. This is a better size. Bring in that there. Do a little bench on either side here of our fountain. Lovely, I like that. Okay. We got too much stuff open here. All right, now let's go into our flowers. In this park area, do we have anything? Not specifically fall, so we could also try to bring some fall stuff in as well for sure. Oh, remember what we did last time? That looked so cool. Remember we did, oh, let's do that here too. We did the, that's right, we did this. We did, we're gonna need to potentially do a park area, but we did it so it looks like you, because these are like ruins. So what we did was made it look like these were like, we'll have to pull through a park area, but we can definitely do that. Remember we did that on the other one? That looks so cool. Almost like if they were scaffolding. And so then you could go up into the building that way. Yeah. Okay, we'll have to make this a park area, which is not a bad idea. And maybe that, I mean, maybe that's what we do with this area, although we can't do... Interesting, yeah. Okay, well, let's just, for the moment, let's do a small park main gate. Just for the moment. Okay, so then what we're gonna need to do is grab our park, and we are going to need to turn this into a park area. And maybe that's what we kind of do in this area anyways. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. Okay, and then we did this one too, and we did the taller one the last time we did that. Didn't we? Or no, I think we did both the short ones. That's right. This is inside of a park area. What are you complaining about? There you go. Yeah, I loved this when we did this on that other park. Very cool. Okay. Now we can get going. All right, so back to our flowers. Okay, so we're not gonna be able to do flowers in there because we're too close to the asset, but that's okay. What we can do is just do a little, yeah, it's not gonna like that. That's okay. I could potentially squeeze. Gosh, it's too. It's not gonna like that, is that? No. Okay. I'm gonna try. Just let that be dirt then and not fuss with it too much. Okay. We can definitely do flowers here though, so let's do that. Are we missing the randomizer in town to city right now? Yes, we are. But that's all good. It's all good. This is gonna look so cute. Okay, we're back to purple. I do love these little flowers. They're so pretty. Okie dokie. Very nice, very nice. This is our first little. We could definitely do some red trees. We're kind of going pink in this area though. I mean, maybe kind of the different tone red that's more maroon, possibly. Possibly. Okay, I really like that. That's nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab our larger roses, which I really like using. Maybe that's how we blend in the red tree, is with the roses potentially. That might look nice. Okay. Yeah, maybe if we did that here at the end, could we? Oh, it does not like that, but we could put that there. Okay, that kind of looks nice blended in with the rose bushes there. So we could do that as well. Let's pull this here. Okay, I like that. That looks nice. All right, so okay, yeah. I think that works out nice. Okay, I think I'm digging this. Yeah, this is just very overgrown back here. Okay, I like that. The towers remind me of the entrance to the White Tower at the Tower of London. Oh, that's cool. Why did the desert island have red trees? They were marooned. Yeah, poor Steve. Oh gosh, you guys are too funny. Too funny. Okay. And then I think what we'll do is yeah, I do like the ferns. They're really nice to put along the back here. So let's do that. They look really pretty because the rest of this we just want it to be like not a place we only want people to walk in the maze and like on the kind of dirt areas here, so we do want to make sure the rest of this is like overgrown. Yeah, that actually looks really nice. Okay, I like that little area outside the maze, little fountain. That's cute. You know what else would work there? Now that I'm thinking about it. We put, oh, could we? Oh, this is too big. Too big. Okay, well, let's not worry about it. If we had our cute little flower arch in Town to City, that would be really nice, but alas, we do not, which is okay. Okay, so this just needs to be dirt like that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now let's come over to this side. And let's do, let's grab our rose bushes. Okay. And then our little red trees, and then we can do all overgrowth there. Okay, and then okay, I think we'll leave it at that. We just need some landscaping. I don't need to overthink this part too much. That's very nice. Okay, then let's come over to this side. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. All right, and then yeah, the grass, even though you can't see it too much, it does peek up. It does give another nice texture for back here. So that's nice. Okay. Ooh, actually, I don't like the taller grass back here. I like the kind of more down to the let's add in some more grass. The overgrowth that's like closer to the ground for this thing, for this particular. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Okay, and you guys wanted some lighting in here, so let's see. Do we have a lighting that feels older? Oh, we do have these which we could hide. That would be pretty. We only see them at night, but that would actually be, if we put a couple so they highlight the we can hide them in. Yeah, if we like, oh, it doesn't like that at all. Okay. So we'll do we'll have to do a night view. But that's just a couple little lights, which could be cool. So okay. All right. All right, our last area here, and we actually have these two areas. So, so I guess the thing we could do, we could actually put this over here on the street. So that's where it would make sense. There. Okay, that's not bad. If we just did a little fencing around there. Yeah, this would just be a really nice park space. Little tweaking here and there. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. I think this will work out very nicely. Okay. Oh, that's right. You wanted me to, well, let's name this area because this area includes the maze. I like twisty trails. That's fun. Let's do that. That works out really nicely. Okay. All right, now what do we want to put in here? I think if we just go very simply, since we don't need to be too crazy, if we just do playground and a gazebo, like just do some very simple. Let's back this up here. Kind of put this in the middle. Because again, there is so much value in just having some nice open park space. So I think we just bring in some trees and just let this be some nice green space. Let's do nice big oaks in the corners, like so. let's put a big tree right in the middle. Yeah, I think this can just be a nice open space. Don't think it has to be more than that. Let's go ahead and move these trees out a little bit, just to have some trees out in the park. Kind of just move these around a little. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Hopefully you guys like that. Do not ever apologize for having suggestions. I mean, Chris and No Mercy can tell you. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, this whole entire project, with the exception of the first 2 episodes, has been live, and it's been taking suggestions and building along with you guys. And you guys have had so many great ideas along the way of this entire project that I would have never thought of. And that's what's so fun about the live stream too, is that you guys can give me your input and we can do it right then, you know? So I think that's great. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I really love how this like came together. It's like an odd mix of things, but it just makes for a really beautiful entrance to your university, which is kind of what I was looking for. Like you pick up the roof of the cafe and you see the chessboard. You kind of pick up a little bit of the market and the castle ruins with the maze. I mean, it's just really nice. We'll need to fix these buildings because those are supposed to be something different. But yeah, even from like back here, really, really nice. Okay, and then we'll still need to do some detailing through here and here. Like we got a little bit of detailing to do, but not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. You want a in the park? We can do that for sure. I don't mind at all. Okay, where were those again? Oh, they're in here. There we go. Got a nice little reading spot. Okay, so let's do a little nighttime view of this. Let's go ahead and pause this. Let's just make sure that we have oh, that's the speed. Okay, so ooh, yeah, look at that. That's great. That's actually, it's almost actually too much lighting because it has all, yeah, I think we could get rid of these at the front. Yeah, that's much better now, right? And then it's just these little lights illuminating the towers, which is really fun. I think that's great. We could use a little bit of light around our fountain. That's pretty bright. that's like not even a, that's not even a light source. Here we go. That just helps illuminate the fountain a little bit more, I think. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, because then at night you can really see the castle ruins. This place is super bright at night, my goodness. But that's what you want. You want to be able to see all the things. That's very cool. Okay, we're gonna go. Whoa, so bright. Sorry, everybody. Oh no, we've got some houses here that are unhappy. All right, well, I think that's where we're gonna leave it for today. Next time, I think we will figure out planning our next like neighborhood situation that I think will be office park, some more medium density, so we'll figure all that out. Should we take, now that we've got all this done, we should take the tram ride through. That's gonna be really nice. Okay, so let's see, let's find the tram. There it is, right there. Do do do. Okay. Let's get on to our little tram here as we close out the stream and see what the park looks like now that we've done that area. Thank you, No Mercy. Thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate it so much. We always have such a fun time here. We really do. I enjoy hanging out with you guys, and I love all the suggestions that you guys always have. It's so good. And Anna says thank you too. Oh yeah, we need to fix these Art Deco buildings because those other buildings are such sore thumbs now. Definitely need to fix that. I'll do that off camera. Okay. Very nice having the edge of the park there. You can get off there. Oh, this one's not going the way. Hold on. Hold on. We need the tram that's going to the mall and back, which looks like we might need some more because there's a lot of people waiting at that tram stop. This is the one we want. How many people get on this? Oh, yeah, we may need. Hold on. Oh my gosh, why so many people? All right, well, let's take this up to 4, and that might tell me that we might need to think about, which we have talked about, is we've talked about adding a metro to here. We do have the metro out here, I believe. We did talk about adding that. I don't know if we did, but so that's something to think about. So we might need to do that. We might. All right, well, I will leave it there for today. I appreciate you guys so much. I think we did such a great job on this little park area here. Really fun to do that. So appreciate all of you. I hope you all have a joyful day, and I will see you guys next weekend. And I can guarantee you there's probably not going to be a park video next week, because the next park that I'm doing is my version of Central Park. And if you thought the park I did this last week was big, so I want to take my time with that project, because it's something I've always wanted to do. Is like, you know, I've done a lot of big parks since, but this one's really special. So yeah, probably not next week, but the week after. So just so you guys know. Okay, appreciate you all. Have a good day. I hope you all have a joyful day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.